Hi there. Let's talk a little bit more about the state of America, immigration, and the war between, in the politics especially. So, people gotta remember you are fighting different wings of the same bird. We are one bird, and almost like Americans don't understand how good they have it. And you gotta understand there's never gonna be utopia. There's not one perfect country. And people in other countries, of course, complain about their country. And it's not surprise Americans complain about their country. But there is different types of Americans. Some Americans love their country and are patriots, and some don't. Now, I feel like people that hate America, why they don't move somewhere else? Why they not moving somewhere else? They got all the privilege here because they know it is good here at the end of the day, but they have to pretend like they're suffering so much. And I get it. I mean, if you go to Lithuania, there's going to be Lithuanians that complain how bad Lithuania is. And when I was growing up, there were people that were like that. Oftentimes, there are people that don't want to work hard and earn, The main reason why I moved to US because my grandmother was convinced that Russians gonna come and occupy Lithuania again, and she lived through Soviet, she lived through communist times, and it's nothing worse than that. So she didn't want that life for me. It's very small chance that that will happen, but never say never. See what's happening in Ukraine. I mean, Lithuania is a part of NATO, so that's different. I mean, on the other hand, why I moved to US because it is really strong economy, strongest in the world, most influential country is United States because people are united, because all the states are united. And if there was different countries, each state, it would not be as strong of a region. Like Europe is divided in different cultures. Now, moving and traveling and immigrating, there's nothing wrong, and there's nothing wrong accepting other cultures as long as people that move in, they respect the country that they moved in and they appreciate it and they learn the language. And I mean, there's a lot of those type immigrants, and they're actually more patriotic than some of the born Americans. And I don't know why. Is it because they feel like they want to have their whole identity based on this, like some beliefs that they have, or the orientation that they have, or the who they support, who they don't support? At the end of the day, we're all humans. We should strive for the best outcome. Doesn't matter which side the idea comes from, because it seems like, okay, if like an idea came from the left, then the right people, we can't accept that. Or especially if it comes from the right, the left people will be like, no, we can't have that because this man that we hate said it. Oftentimes it wasn't even his idea or research, he's just presenting information. So people should unite, and dropping friends, family members because of some of these disagreements are not gonna make us better country. Almost like feels like Americans don't want to keep making us a better country, which is crazy. But we have to understand, you're still very fortunate. Even poorest people in US are more rich than some of the regular people in other countries. Just think about this. The things that we have, the access, the ways to do business here, you have access to the brightest minds, the biggest investment firms, the best schools, just the terrain of US. You got warm climate, you got cold climate, you got so many amazing things, and nature and mountains and desert and ocean and lakes. It's a wonderful country. We gotta love it and gotta protect our people, protect our children. Now, the thing with the argument with immigration is, if we want immigration and certain workers to do jobs that Americans do not want, don't call them illegal people. Just give them work visas, problem solved. then you solve the problem of having loose border where criminals come in, where drugs come in, and you solve the problem of keeping the people that we want in this country. Now, if you don't want these people to do the illegals to do the jobs that Americans don't want, then make Americans do these jobs, and then make people that maybe could be working that are not working to do these jobs, if you don't want another people coming in to do these jobs. So, there is ways, but I feel like if we say no, illegals should stay in the country, the thing is they do not have ways to get driving licenses, social security numbers, buy property, but if people don't want to live here long term, they just want to work and bring money back to their home country and build their life there, that's fine too, but have a special sort of visa for them, or don't let them in if you don't want to. But I feel like deciding which laws we follow, we don't, it's a slippery slope, because you say no, have open borders, have the legals, as we need the workforce. But then, you got side effects such as human trafficking and other things, and you don't take fingerprints, you don't take IDs. Who do you know who's coming in this country? Or any countries, are doing this and should be doing this to protect their citizens. That's why we're paying tax, to have safe streets. Now, the homeless issue, people saying the compassion, but I think it's really not compassionate to have people overdosing on the street and nobody does nothing. That's not compassion. You say, well, if you put people to jail, it's not helping. But maybe mandatory treatment or certain programs, if you've been released and you're not able to make the best choices, maybe you should not be allowed choices at some point if you're overdosing multiple times, in public sidewalk, or you have feces all over you on a public sidewalk, and kids walking by and there's needles and everything. That's not right either. We have to take care of people that maybe have mental issues and things like that. Cleaning up the streets, I don't know why people find offense to that. Maybe somebody could explain to me in the comments, shine a light on that. Yet if you don't agree what I'm saying, I really wanna hear, what's your opinion? Post them in the comments down below, but I'm just sharing my opinion. Doesn't mean it's right, doesn't mean it's wrong. This is what I'm speaking from my experience. And, the free economy, it's really the best economy. So we can see socialism or communism never works. It never worked. And it is unmotivating people to do work when they're not getting compensated for it, or compensated the same as somebody who doesn't do anything. There should be healthy competition, and we can always help people that do not have the capacity, mental or physical, to work. But if you're a healthy person, you should go to work. And the Bible says that we need to sow seeds and reap fruits of our labor. We need to work. We need to earn. When we work, we worship God. And you might not be religious, but your life gets better when you work. You don't go bad pathways. And when you idolize Jesus, you won't have other bad idols such as alcohol, other addictions. People need something to cope, and that's, I think, where religion is useful. Whether you believe Jesus was real or not, you can't deny that if you follow the 10 commandments, principles, don't lie, don't steal, don't be envious, live life in a way that is virtuous, don't tell me your life won't get better. It will. And then again, people should be free as far as I don't feel like I should even have the need to say this, but based on skin color or sex orientation, everybody should be equal. But when we start to talk about grooming kids, about changing, doing surgeries, making them a lifelong patients for medications, that is a dangerous slope that we're going. That's not making the country greater. And we shouldn't be afraid to put up a flag, you know? Just because you put up a flag doesn't mean you don't believe in other religions. I'm sorry, in other cultures or other religions, actually, for that matter. I mean, America is a Christian country. Doesn't mean you're Islamophobic, but it means there's nothing wrong for Japanese to maintain their culture. There's nothing wrong for people in Iceland maintain their culture. In Lithuania, you know, it's totally fine. So why the West cannot maintain their culture? Why they have to bow to everybody that wants to come, you know, and change it? Yeah, it's great to have different foods, ethnic foods, art, music, culture exchange is great, but doesn't mean like we have to step on existing culture too. So just my 2 cents on this. And just, I can't help, like, it's really not my thing, not my place at all. Politics, I don't lean one side or the other, but I believe in common sense. I believe in me, human being, to express my opinion without the fear of aggression. That I think what everybody should strive in US, you know. And hope everybody has a blessed day. And please subscribe. Let me know your opinions down below, and I'll see you in the next video.